Hey listeners, Philip here with a show recommendation for all the cyberpunks out there. Set in a sprawling dystopian metropolis, the Strata tells the stories of the forgotten in a world where immortality is just a price tag. Now that's from the official show description. When I listen to the Strata, I'm immersed in a world where the noir of Blade Runner meets the tech and themes of Altered Carbon. Whether it's fighting death with endless robotic body augmentations or detectives using mind-altering drugs to reconstruct cases from surveillance footage, or mechas barging into apartments. With 5 seasons out so far, the high-tech low-life clash of the Strata just goes on. But in the center of all that tech-noir dystopia, there's the human need to connect. It's what drives the compelling characters of the Strata through all the hardships, the life-or-death situations, the mysteries, and eventually to the stars. The great voices of the Strata are accompanied by one of the best sound designs I've heard. Add the incredible soundtrack and you get a truly out-of-this-world experience. You can enjoy it right now with the first episode of the Strata.
You're listening to The Strata, a Beyond the Dark production. Season 1, The End of Rust. Part 1.
There's 2 of them following me. I know that for sure. As far as thugs go, they're not terrible at what they do, but they're not as smart as they think they are either. One of them drags his right foot when he walks, and I hear it echo down the alley clear as day. The other has a slight whistle when she breathes. Sounds to me like one of those augments designed to filter out pollution. Not the most obvious giveaways, I'll admit. A cut above the usual scumbags I run into. And in the early days, it's the kind of thing I might have missed. But now, with decades of experience behind me, it's just too easy. I decide to make the first move. Get this over with.
Okay, you 2. Game's up. Get the hell out of here before I have to come back there and beat the living crap out of you.
Hand over the package and we'll let you go.
You'll let me go? Oh, that's cute.
Come on, old man. Don't make this hard on yourself.
Old man? Really?
We don't have all day.
Put the package on the ground and walk away.
Why don't you come and take it instead?
No one needs to get hurt. Just put it down.
It's a generous offer, but how about no?
Last chance, old man. Do yourself a favor.
Okay, I think this has gone far enough. The first bullet hits me in the chest, sends me staggering back a step. The next one cannons into my side, drops me to my knees.
What the hell?
Most thugs pack rounds that bounce off my skin or, at worst, cause a little tearing. But these are full penetration. Serious shit. I don't know what pisses me off more. The fact that they're using such high-grade ordnance, or the thought of the repair bill once this is over.
All right, you assholes.
Shoot straight, will ya?
Shit! Look out!
Let's go! Move it!
Yeah, run! That's it. And spread the word. Don't mess with Rust. Ever. Anyone who tries is gonna... forget it.
Here's your damn package. Now what's the deal?
Well, good morning to you too, Rust. Nice to see you.
Save it, Sienna. I want to know what's going on here.
Slow down, pal. I'm not following. Tell me what happened.
I just got jumped by some thugs. They were trying to take the package.
Outside my place?
No. Long way from here. Over by the harbor.
Well, that's like, what, 3 times this month they've hit you?
Haven't been keeping score.
That's what you get, hanging around a dive like Dockerton.
The pickup was in Dockerton. Not like I had a choice.
Ah, good point.
But those other ambushes, they were small-time punks. Mosquitoes. Not like these. Serious hombres.
Desperate times, pal. And these lowlifes see a guy with a package, they shoot first and ask questions later. Probably just hoping for a lucky score.
You'd tell me if you knew something, right?
Rust?
Because these two came after me for a reason. It wasn't a coincidence. If I find out you're smuggling something high-grade in my deliveries...
Here. Look. Satisfied?
What is it?
A genuine old-school thermal rectifier. No hidden trank, no tricks.
What does it do?
It's a part used in a fabricator. Very specific application. Not the kind of thing street thugs would be interested in.
Black market?
I wouldn't be using you if I could pick this up at the corner store for the same price, Rust. Of course, black market. But nothing dangerous. It's just cheaper this way.
Yeah. Okay.
Still the best courier this side of the Deadlands, Russ. Appreciate you getting it here so fast.
Think you can sell it?
Already got a buyer here in Midtown. I'd take even more if you could get them.
So business is good?
Black market stuff? Sure. My legit wares? That's tougher.
Is it too much for me to ask for payment straight up?
Yeah, okay. You got cash flow problems, Rust?
Kinda. Plus, I think I'm going to need some of your services.
The way you limped in here, I'm surprised it took you this long to ask. You want me to take it out of your end of the delivery?
Yeah, as long as there's enough to cover it.
Come on through. I'll take a look. Lay down here. And just let me peel this back and... Holy shit! Rust! What have you been doing out there?
They got me a nice one.
A nice one? They shredded you. It's right through your exoskeleton.
I told you they were serious.
For a guy whose body is 93% alloy,
92.
you sure get beat up a lot. What were they using?
I don't know. Packing some serious heat. Maybe those new frag tips.
Here, let me dig around and see if I can... Yeah, here we go. It's not a frag tip, I don't think. Well, it's something just as nasty.
Just pull it out, will you?
Okay. Easy. Let me just... Here. Got it. And here's the second one. Shoot up your chest plate real good.
Can you patch it?
Lie still for a second.
That tickles. What are you putting in there?
Stop wiggling, huh? There. That's it. Just don't do anything too strenuous, okay? Take it easy, or you might...
Might what?
It's,
What is it, see? Spit it out.
There's a lot of damage here, Rust. 4, maybe 5 internals that need to come out.
So just grab replacements from your supply and put them in. Take it out of my end, like I told you.
I don't have these parts, Rust. I haven't been able to source this stuff in over 10 years, and the few I had lying around are gone.
You can order parts from somewhere.
No, I can't. The places that built these things went out of business years ago, some of them decades ago, if you can believe that.
Come on. You're telling me there's no market for this stuff?
There's not many people like you out there anymore, Rust. Mechanical body mods? Come on, pal, that's Dark Ages stuff. Everyone goes to bioclinics these days. Organic limbs, kidneys, hearts. It's been that way for almost a century, in case you haven't been keeping up.
Someone out there has to have the parts. I'll find them.
Rust, I've been telling you this for years, pal. You're on borrowed time. You can't keep going on like this. That body of yours has kept you alive for what? 150 years? But it's past its use-by date. Even if you find the parts today or tomorrow, it won't be long until you come looking for more. And sooner or later, your luck is gonna run out.
So I should just go and die somewhere? Is that it?
You have to make changes. Big changes. Start looking at a bioclinic, maybe.
What good are flesh organs in a mechanical body?
You can't do this piecemeal. You need a major procedure, an overhaul.
I'm guessing you can't do that.
Not a chance. But, here, take a look at this joint. They might be able to help.
This address is in Highgate City. Looks fancy.
It is, but for now, I think it's your only option.
The tall spires of Highgate City are like the crown jewels of the Strata. They stretch into the night sky, intricate and audacious, breathtaking in their scale. The sidewalk beneath my feet is polished, spotless, marbled with artistic motifs that catch the eye. Passers-by wear tailored suits, the latest fashions from off-world, glittering jewels and finery. They move with a grace that isn't common in Dockerton, or even Midtown, thanks to body augmentation and genetic engineering. They're almost like a different species up here. Not the kind I usually rub shoulders with, but not foreign to me either. A lot of my deliveries either start or end in these streets, so it's a place I've become used to over the years. I find the clinic and get inside the elevator. The name's Rust. I have an appointment with...
Me, Dr. Vika. So pleased to meet you.
Oh, I expected to have to wait.
Not here. We value our clients' time at BioCare. This way, please. Mr. Rust, if you could lie here, I'll take a look at you.
On this thing?
Oh, it looks scary, but I assure you, you'll be fine. This device will perform a full body scan from head to toe. Nothing invasive, I promise.
Okay.
All right. Just lie still for me. There, all done. Now Oh my. Well, that is interesting.
Huh?
Well, you said on your application that you had some mechanical augments, but this is... extensive. I've never seen anything like it.
Never.
I mean, it looks like your face and your brain tissue are the only original parts of you left. Along with the small amount of blood that gets pumped around your cranial structure by this device in your chest. Whatever that thing is.
You don't know what it is? What kind of doctor are you?
Oh, I'm a very good doctor. I'm just not a good historian. And this torso of yours is a window into the past, that's for sure. I have limited knowledge in this particular area, but it looks like beautiful craftsmanship. The alloy's so light, you're barely heavier than a normal person. And these rotators are quiet. I can't even hear them when you walk.
They've lasted me well enough over the years.
But I should ask, why did you come here today, Mr. Rust?
Like I said on my application, I need to get myself fixed up.
Well, this is a bioclinic. You'd be much better off looking in an antique shop for what you need.
No. I need it all taken out. A complete overhaul.
Oh, my. Well, I don't think we've ever undertaken a procedure quite this radical here at BioCare. But there's no reason it can't be done.
What's involved exactly?
Well, you'd need to be submerged in a regen tank for several weeks at least. Stage 1 would involve stabilization of your existing tissue before removal of your outdated components. While that's happening, we would grow new bioreplacement limbs and organs, but even after you come out of the tank, you would be incapacitated for, well, months, maybe even a year, while your new body matures into a usable state.
Seriously? There's no other way?
Not in your case, no. It's such a shame that you've spent so long stuck in this contraption.
Contraption? I thought you just said I was beautifully crafted.
Well, I admire your construction in the same way I might admire the architecture of a 1,000-year-old cathedral. But that doesn't mean that I find it practical, or even useful.
The sign on your door says you can make people live for hundreds of years. I'm nowhere near that, and yet you're telling me I'm over the hill?
That's for clients who are part of our organic program. The mechanical augmentation system that you've had installed was most likely outdated before the paint was dry, as they say. That particular field never gained popularity. It was far too problematic from the start.
Well, I happened to be an early adopter when it came to augments.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Okay, let's do it. How many banks am I gonna have to rob to pay for this?
Banks?
Sorry. That's where they used to keep money when I was... Forget it. How much will the procedure cost?
Well, let's see. Seed farming, growth package, monitoring and evaluations, estimated rehabilitation... And, of course, our treatment comes with guaranteed immunity from all known strains of blood rot, among other diseases. Yes, that should do it. Here's an initial estimate.
That's a lot of zeros.
This is not a trivial procedure, Mr. Rust.
I'd have to save every penny for 10 years to get close. This body isn't going to hold out that long.
I am sorry to hear that.
So that's it? That's all you've got?
Well, much of the cost in this procedure comes from profiling. Building out the complex DNA structures that are required to grow your replacement body. We do have a way of fast-tracking this step, but it requires a significant donation of tissue from someone with a similar profile.
Like who?
Someone in your bloodline. A parent or descendant. On your application, you stated you had no living relatives, so I didn't bring it up.
I didn't realize it was that important. Maybe I could find someone.
Okay. But it has to be a real relative, not someone you drag in off the street. Otherwise, the profile won't work.
You think I'd drag someone in off the street?
Well,
How much cheaper would it be?
The cost would be reduced to somewhere around here.
That could be more manageable.
Wonderful.
Oh, Doc, how much tissue do you need? Not like a whole kidney or something, is it?
It varies from person to person, but sometimes it can be significant.
Gotcha. See you soon, Doc. Inside the van, I connect up to the grid and start to work my way through some databases. Usually, the only time I need to look through this kind of system is when I'm checking contacts for deliveries, not researching ancient family trees. So at first, I'm a little out of my depth. Eventually, I trace back over 100 years, and that's when I see her name. Lucia. Born 2020. Died. Even after all these years, I still think about that name almost every day. But I haven't spoken it out loud in almost a century. I'm not even sure why. Maybe because part of me is afraid that the very act of invoking it will somehow throw me back into the past, into those horrible last days. Okay, Rust. Concentrate. This is just another job. I need to track down a person instead of a package. That's all. The next name on the list is Valentina, our daughter. Another ghost from the past. She moved away when she was young, and in her later years, I never really heard from her. Not that I can blame her after I allowed such a rift to grow between us. The records say that she died in Dockerton 40 years ago, but I already know that. I still remember finding out a few months after she'd passed. She'd never even gotten in touch to let me know she was sick. Okay, don't think about that now. Don't think about it. Mabel, that's the next name. My granddaughter. I only met her once when she was little. I was already estranged from Valentina by that stage, and the meeting didn't go well. Voices raised, words exchanged. This sucks. I almost shut the connection right there, but I realize there's no other way out of this. I'm running out of time. If I don't get this procedure, it's all over. So, painful as it may be revisiting all these bad memories, I have to plow through. Mabel, as it turns out, died a few years back. No details about that, but it says she had 3 children. One of them, Zoe, moved out of the Strata and disappeared off the grid, possibly went off-world. I have no way of tracking her down. The other 2, however, they're listed in Dockerton, and since I have another package to pick up down that way, I figure I might as well check in while I'm there. Alright, let's do this. At the opposite end of the Strata, back down in Dockerton, it's a different world. The air is thick with smog that never goes away, and the streets crowded with all sorts. Pump workers making their way home from the late shift, thugs loitering and looking to start trouble. Hookers with cheap body enhancements prowling for clients. The homeless. It's not the kind of place you wander alone, unless you can handle yourself. And most of these lowlifes know my face. Know not to mess with me. Just how I like it.
Rust, how you doing tonight?
Detective Tenikov, what a lovely surprise.
You look like you're in a hurry. Why is that?
I'm always in a hurry.
You carrying something you shouldn't? Some kind of contraband?
You always ask me that, and the answer is always no.
Just because I haven't caught you yet, doesn't mean I won't.
Yeah, nice talking to you, but I gotta go.
You're not going anywhere until I say so.
Hey, watch it.
Get over there, hands against the wall.
I don't have anything.
We'll see.
Why do you even bother, Tenikov? You think you're making a difference? You're part of a system of corruption. You cops, you're all for sale. I'd have more trouble buying a hot dog around here.
Who do you think I am, Rust? One of those Highgate City rent-a-cops? I grew up right here, on these streets. I'm a Dockerton kid, and I know what it's like to have no one on my side. I didn't take this job to line my pockets. I did it to change things around here.
So you're gonna take down an innocent courier making an honest living. Is that it? Is that going to solve your problems?
It starts with people like you, the little guys. Give me enough time, and I'll work my way up to the big fish, too. Wait and see.
Your mother must be very proud.
Go ahead, laugh. We'll see if you're still smiling when I nail you.
How about nailing the 2 thugs who shot me last night barely a block from here? Attempted murder. Bet you haven't caught them.
Did you report it?
No.
Why? Because you were doing something illegal at the time?
No, because I know it's a waste of time. You talk big, Tennikov, but you've got nothing to show for it. You don't run things down here, and you never will.
Is that so? Listen.
Can I go now, Detective? Or do you have a reason to detain me?
Get out of my sight.
Hey there. How's it going?
I can't pay this month if that's what you're asking. I told the last guy already.
What? No, I'm not collecting.
What do you want? I've gotta get ready for my shift.
I'm looking for, Are you Jimena?
Who's asking?
The name's Rust.
No, I mean, who do you work for? Is this another shakedown?
Listen, can I come in? I'm not here to hurt you or take your money. And I promise I won't be long.
I guess. Carlita, pack that up. Go to your room. Quickly, now.
Okay.
Cute kid. That your daughter?
What do you want exactly? What's going on?
Well, as it turns out, we're related. Might be hard to believe.
Related how?
Well, I'm a distant relative of yours. Your great-grandfather, I think.
Oh, really? That would make you like 100 years old or something?
Closer to 150, but yeah. That's the idea.
If that's true, where have you been all this time? You just forget that you had a family?
That's kinda a long story.
Well, unless you come to hand out some free creds, I don't really give a shit.
No, that's not why I'm here.
So what's the deal?
Look, I never knew your mother, Mabel. Just met her once or twice. But see, my little girl, Valentina, who would have been your grandmother, she...
Wait a second. So this is real? You really are my grandfather? Or something?
Great-grandfather, yeah.
You don't look like one of those bioclinic freaks. Not that we see many down here.
No, I'm not. I was an early adopter of augmentation tech. Had a lot of mechanical parts installed. Here, if you look under my shirt...
Holy shit! I've heard about you! Stories my abuela used to tell. I thought she was just making it all up.
Your grandmother used to talk about me?
Yeah. You're the guy who spent all of his time in creds turning himself into some kind of freak.
She called me a freak.
And the story was that you turned yourself into a monster because you wanted to live forever. Racked up a bunch of debts. Ruined the family while you were at it.
Ruined the family? Come on.
You mortgaged the apartment to pay for your body, didn't you? Right before the crash, in the 60s.
That was just bad timing.
Abuela had to move to Dockerton. And here we are. Still stuck, with no way out.
Wait a second. You can't blame me for 3 generations of poverty.
Is it true or not?
Listen, I didn't come here to talk about this. I need your help.
Oh, you need my help. To do what, exactly?
I need treatment, and it's going to cost a lot of cash.
You came looking for creds? Take a look around, mister. There's nothing here.
No, I need samples from someone in my bloodline, that's all. It's so they can start building me a new body.
Abuela was right about you. You're still obsessed, even now. Even after 150 years.
I just need you to donate some tissue.
Get out.
Okay, you hate me. I can see that. I'm gonna flick my number across to you so you can contact me.
I don't want it.
What about, you have a brother and sister somewhere, right?
Zoe left the Strata a long time ago. Got out of this dump. She's gone.
And...
James is dead. Joined a gang when he was just a kid. He was shot, left in an alley to bleed to death.
Oh. Damn. I'm sorry.
Just get out. And don't come back.
Good job, Rust. I don't bother heading back to the van just yet. Instead, I go back to trawling the grid on my phone, looking for more options. But I can't concentrate on anything. The encounter with Jimeno won't leave my mind, and a wave of guilt comes over me. I'd pushed aside thoughts of my family for so long that I'd assumed I was free, that I would never feel anything for them again. But that clearly isn't the case. Nothing I can do now. Not a thing. The damage is done. I checked Zoe's record again. The sister who left town. She seems to be my last chance now. The problem is, she's going to be almost impossible to track down. I don't have any idea even where to start. I look up and see two thugs standing outside the door to Jimena's house. The door swings open, and the look on Jimena's face is one of anger, irritation. But it quickly changes to fear.
You think I'm playing around, little girl? You better pay up.
The hell? Shit.
No, I don't.
Come here. You want some more?
Come on, man. Let's get out of here.
What do you think you're doing?
Saving your ass.
Are you kidding me? Those guys come in here every week. After they're done slapping me around a bit, they leave me alone. They're gonna come back with guns or something. God.
Look, I was trying to help.
Just get out.
You want to know why I did it? Why I turned myself into this thing?
What?
It was because I had to watch the woman I loved, my Lucia. I had to watch her waste away to a shadow. She withered right in front of me, eaten from the inside by cancer, and there was nothing I could do about it.
Look.
Nobody should have to die like that. Nobody. And I was afraid it might happen to me, so I started to replace things. And then I couldn't stop.
Please, go.
I just need someone to understand.
It's too late for that. Way too late. Now get out, before you make things worse.
I make my way back toward the street, but suddenly, it's a marathon to get there. Every step I take is like slogging through sand. The pain hits me in the chest harder than any bullet, and before I know it, I'm on my knees. Then, the asphalt rushes up at me. The lights go out.
This podcast is made possible by my supporters on Patreon. New episodes appear every 2 weeks. If you'd like to jump ahead with early release episodes, head over to patreon.com/beyondthedark. There you'll also find exclusive content and other perks. Your support means I can keep bringing you more seasons of The Strata. Season 1, The End of Rust, starring Jason Churai, Elisa Marteja, Michelle Mosley, David Cook, Luke Wheeler, Rhiannon Marshall, Naya DeRusso, Wyatt Henry, Nina Nikolic, Charlie Wilson, R.E.M. Chu, C.W. Gant, Ethan McCabe, and Jared Machado. Created by Mark R. Healy, a Beyond the Dark production.